Hey, welcome back to the channel. Today I wanted to talk about adding switches to my Jeep Gladiator. So my Gladiator, when I bought it in 2021, I had no idea about the different trim levels. And of course, mine did not come with the switches in the dash like some of the higher trim levels, Rubicon and Mojaves do. So I'm at the point now where I needed to add some accessories, and I wanted to have a quick and easy way to both wire them up for power and to get to them in the Jeep. I didn't want to have a bunch of toggle switches. I really do like the area where the factory ones are located, but I've gotten used to not having stuff down there, and I was looking for something else, and also something maybe a little cheaper until I decide, well, what am I going to do with lockers or any other accessories where maybe I might switch this up. So at $199, I really couldn't find a better option that was easier to install and look better than the Voswitch. So let's go ahead and take a look and see what I did. Okay, right out of the box here, you see we have the controller. This is going to mount right here. These bolts are going to mount on the firewall, and then this will sit right on top of the battery. And then all of the brains are inside here. A little package. Here's the actual switch that we'll be using. That's pretty dope. So that goes in the grab handle. So everything's here. This is to tap into the fuse box under the hood. So seems pretty straightforward. We'll get right back to it. All right, here it is. Here's the Voswitch box mounted. There was one bolt already here, and then I just added one that I had in my leftover nuts and bolts, but it was a different color, didn't match the body. So I grabbed one from over there and moved it over here, so at least they're both gray. And that's just my OCD. But yeah, man, that's gonna be pretty straightforward. Just easy stuff so far. All right, so the box is here. Coming out of the box, this is your positive and your negative. So I will ferry those into positive and negative on my battery. And this right here, I'm going to hook up to the fuse box in here. I'll show you that with a jumper. And that way, if I turn the ignition off, then my switch will be turned off. So I can't leave the possibility of having it run overnight or that kind of thing. And then this right here is the cord that's going to run all the way up into the switch on the grab handle. So this will have to run either through and around there. I've seen some people take off the cowl right here and then run it through. One video did that. But I already have the wire running for my amp, so I could probably just run it right along that and strap tie it, since that thing's there anyways, and it, I'm not worried about it. So I'm gonna go ahead then and start to ferry this through and then button it up over there. Oh, real quick, so it has the relays here, 40 amp, but then there's the fuses for each relay. So 30 amp fuse. I'm gonna be running, I got this for my Baja lights, and my Baja Designs says it needs a 30 amp fuse that's already wired in to their setup, so I'm set. So make sure that your amperage matches whatever fuse that you have, so you don't want to run too high or too low. Okay, so there's the end of the wire. Pretty easy. Oh, by the way, this little foam piece just lifts up, so you can just slide it around and under. But I followed, because I have my power cable for my amp, so I just zip tied it right on the back and ran it all the way across and around. Just made it real simple. And then all of this extra I'm just gonna stuff it in here on the little cover, and then what we'll do is we'll start working on the windshield portion. So then that's gonna be not too hard to do, but everything else is super simple. All right, so we are in the car now, and I've got a Torx, what is this, Torx 40, and there's 4 bolts that hold the roof on. 1, 2, 3, and then 1 in that corner. And I got a couple of them out already. That's what they look like. So you just take all those out, and then you'll be able to move the windshield up enough to get up in here. And oh, so this thing right here, the handle, it just comes right out, dude, just right here. So you pop these little covers off, they just pop off, and then there's a 10mm bolt there, 10mm bolt there that holds it in place. And then I just used it like I was gonna get up in the truck, and that whole damn thing popped off, and it popped off the speaker mount for me. So speaker mount, take off, grab handle, and then 4 bolts, Torx bolts, and you're almost there. Y'all, that's wild. I took out all 4 of them bolts, and damned if the windshield doesn't move up. That's awesome. So I got to take off this cowl cover and then pull the windshield back and shoot it through. So let me get the tripod. Longer bolts go on the top, and I think it just pulls out. Bam! All right, there you go. There's our wire that we fished through. Okay, so now this is gonna go up in here. So let me get 2 hands. Well, here, I'll try to, let me fish it through and then I'll show you. It should be pretty easy though. Hold on. Okay, so I got the window leaned back, and right here you can see there's a VIN, everything, the pillar. So I'm just gonna stick it back in there, up in this little hole right here, and then I'm gonna lean the windshield back. So it literally just kind of comes. Let's see if I can do this. I just ran it right there. There's the wire. Goes straight kind of in through there. So I may kind of figure out a little spot, but kind of right in there. And then it's going to come up to here. I don't have a drill bit big enough, but I'm giving it hell right there so that we can get this to fit in that hole. Not yet. And we are getting so close. And once that can punch through from this side, then that will just pop in to the handle. Move it back. Oh, damn. Then that'll pop in the handle. So a step bit would work super well right now. I'm gonna have to add that on my list. So just drill it out. Once that fits, we go back to the Jeep. Okay. Success. Let's get out here in the light where you can see. So there's the hand. There it is. And it's going to go in. I'm not going to snap it in yet because I got to do the 10mm bolts. So moving right along. Not too bad. Okay. I'll put the 10mm bolts back in the hand grab rail. These bolts are long, they take forever. Okay, so that's tight. So moment of truth. Let's clear it up. How does this one go in? I don't even know how these dang things go in here. Okay, bottom one. Man, this is so hard to see. Alright, let's see. I think it goes upside down, of course. So it clips in the bottom. Or no, go in the top first and then clips in. I'm an idiot. Okay, so there you go. Looks pretty good, dude. I'm pleased with that. So there's the power on, and then you can change these. They've got different, I think, things that you can pop in there, buttons or little covers, but these are fine for me. So I'll probably use number 2 for my headlights. So this is done. So now, let's get back. We need to put in these bolts, 4 bolts to put the windshield to keep it from moving. But yeah, you can see, I mean, everything's just right there. Put the speaker cover, but yeah, everything's right there. There's the wire running through. So that's it. I mean, I guess it could go anywhere along there. Inside this track, so just, I don't know. I put it right there. Here's the extra wire, little strap tie. I don't have that lane assist, whatever, I don't know. So I just kind of strap tied it to that, but that's it, man. And then we'll go ahead and put the cowl on. This thing comes off pretty easy. If you've never taken that off, super easy. Again, long bolts on the top, short bolts on the bottom, and it's pretty simple to go on. All buttoned up. Let's go back inside the car. See, handle's already on. They have one that's got like 8 switches, but it goes all the way down. I feel like if I grab that, I'm gonna turn something on. So the one with the 4 switch panel worked well. So, all right, so that's it. I got the last one in there. All the bolts around. So putting it on the inside is pretty simple. So now the hard part, wiring under the hood. So here I had the Voswitch already mounted in my Jeep. Probably the only thing different than some of the other switches that are out there is the size. Since this uses relays, it's going to be a little larger, but it does fit underneath the hood, and it's not like you're looking at it all the time. So that's probably the only negative, is the size. Everything else was a positive, in my opinion. Everything that I needed to wire up the Voswitch was connected. So my positive and negatives were already wired here. You've got your lead that goes to the control buttons. That's already wired. And then you have your remote accessory wire that you actually just wire into the fuse box. And there's a jumper. You'll pull a fuse out and put the jumper in and wire it. So all the directions are super easy to follow. I didn't have any issues. And then you can see here, these are your 2 inlets. The 2 inlets right here. You can pop the cap off. And then you have everything ready to go. It tells you which relay is labeled for which. Relay 1, 2, 3, and 4. And each relay, again, is going to have their own fuse. So let's see how I wired mine up. Okay, so I have my lights. And they come through right here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. So each positive and negative wire that goes for each of your switches is going to have its own inlet in here. And the kit's really cool. I just kind of crudely wired mine in for now. I need to put better connectors on that, and then run the wire through here. But you can run 4 switches, super easy. The positive, you can see mine, it's right there. Positive, negative. So those are just easy to hook up. Again, you saw how I did the main power to the control panel. That's easy. And then the last thing is going to be the ACC wire. So again, the kit has really great directions, and it shows you how that you're going to wire right into there. It gives you this, sorry, it's hard to see. So the kit comes with the jumper. The kit comes with this little jumper, and then the wire already ready. So you just insert it, the wire in there, crimp it, and then go ahead and insert the fuse in the side, and then just clip it in. So I'm making it way more difficult than it is. The directions are fantastic. They have color pictures of everything that you need to do. So wiring of it was absolutely easy. So not overwhelming at all. So very easy. And inside the car, it's pretty easy to see, even in the daylight. Let's check that out. Kind of dark in here. Let's see if we can get a little lighter. And then you turn it on. Definitely can see it in the car much better than this shows it. And there's my lights, on, off. And then you can change the colors of this, blue, red. Also, you can change the brightness up and down. I haven't messed with that. I like the blue, kind of match with what I had going on in the car. But very easy to see and so easy to get to on the handle. Like, that's great placement. And I still have all the room that I can see. So even if I'm wheeling hard and I have my hand up here, I can get to the accessories. Still have one hand up here and one hand on the wheel. So great placement in my opinion. All right, there you have it. That's my install of the Voswitch panel power system for the JL and the JT platforms. It's really easy. Directions are straightforward. I didn't have any issues. I'm having a lot of fun with it. So thank you for watching. Hopefully you learned something about this product and maybe about adding auxiliary switches to your Jeep. Let me know if you have comments, questions. Just let me know down below. Like and subscribe if you haven't done so. Welcome to my new followers. It's glad to have you. New content coming soon. Thanks for your time. Have a great day.